chimney on her. She's gonna look like with a chimney on her.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGCast episode number 516. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who may or may not be completely satisfied with Destiny's shader system, Wombat.
I am not, but I'm just glad we're doing episode 516 from the 516.
Shh, don't give away our phone numbers.
I'm pretty sure people know our area codes.
Once you have that,
It'd
the
be
rest
really
is easy.
hard. It'd be really hard to narrow down someone's phone number from their area code.
Do not tempt the audience. This sounds like a
Okay.
dare or a challenge that you don't want to really set in motion.
That'd be very strange if someone called my cell phone and it was like, hey, I got your number because you gave it out on the show.
Give out your area code. Luckily, no one knows Ship's area code, so he's safe.
It was
Everyone knows where he
episodes
lives.
ago.
Right.
Yes, it was.
Just figure out which one, and you're halfway there, or something like that. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Nobody has done anything, any video game news, research, or anything, because we've all been playing Destiny, I think. For the most
No,
part.
Something like that.
We've done other stuff. I've
Oh,
done
we
other
have?
stuff.
You did? Oh, good.
A little bit.
I didn't, so.
Yeah, I went to the zoo. That counts, right? Is that other stuff?
I also went to the zoo.
See, we both went to. You went to the Bronx Zoo, right?
I went 2 weekends ago.
2 weeks ago. 2 weekends ago. Did you go on the new nature trail thing?
No.
The one inside the park, not the one outside.
No.
The zoo. Really? Oh, it's cool. We did that.
You mean the
And
adventure
did you go-
trail? Like the...
Yeah,
no,
the adventure
I
thing.
didn't do that.
Oh, it's cool. You should have done it.
It's so much to do
Uh,
there, you know.
Yeah, I know. Did you go to the new children's zoo?
Nope.
Oh my god, that's really nice. Actually, they just redid it for the second time in 3 years, and it's actually really nice.
Now it costs extra.
Yes, but I'm a zoo member, so it cost me what I pay up front in the beginning of the year.
I don't like that when you go to buy a ticket there that they don't even tell you the price of the cheap admission. It's pretty shady. Like the price listed on the ticket window is only for like their high-end admission, which is like $35 or something like that.
Yes, it is $35 per person plus parking.
And then you have to
Which is
ask.
like $16.
But you can ask. You wouldn't even know that there's like a cheaper admission that doesn't include everything unless you ask. There's no signage or anything.
Yeah, but who wants to go to the zoo and not go on the monorail and see the gorillas and see the elephants?
Because it's such a huge zoo that unless you're going to spend 6 hours there, then you're
Which
not.
is what we did.
Well, yeah, we don't get moving that early.
We got there at opening,
Yeah, we don't.
and
do
we
that.
stay until about probably close to 3:30, 4 o'clock.
We get there at 3:30, and then yeah, it's a good zoo. You should check it out.
But I think it's like $200 for a yearly membership, which again, if you do the math at $35 a person for 4 people and $15 parking, it pays for itself on eBay. I think it's like pays for itself pretty quickly.
This is a
Right.
great ad
So-
for whatever zoo you guys are talking about.
The Bronx.
The
Zoo.
Bronx Zoo.
It's a good zoo.
Bronx Zoo is like one of the leading zoos. They had a series on was it Animal Planet? They had a series about the Bronx Zoo
Okay.
that was on over the summer.
Cincinnati's got a good zoo. We're fine.
Cincinnati has a good zoo. That's the Tonight Show Zoo.
Yep.
Great.
Jack
Is
Hanna.
anybody still
Yep.
listening to the show?
No,
Hello?
that's Columbus Zoo.
Oh, that's Columbus Zoo. You're right. Sorry, I get my Ohio mixed up. It's a small state.
Yeah,
Same.
very tiny, very small.
No more zoo talk. Even I.
What about
want to
Zoo
now.
Tycoon remastered for
4K?
Xbox One 4K? Some people wrote back about that. Apparently, that had been announced that Microsoft was remastering some Xbox 360 Kinect games.
Okay, why?
I don't know. That wasn't explained in the.
Although Zoo Tycoon wasn't a 360 game. That was an Xbox One game. Whatever, doesn't matter.
I think it was both.
Was it both?
Maybe. Could have been. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. It's not like I have the game on the Xbox One, but I'm no expert in its development process.
Right. But yeah, but some of those games were like the Disney games, the Disneyland Adventures and the Pixar Rush. Those were Xbox
Those are
360 Kinect games.
Yeah.
And
You know what's funny though is that it doesn't. Still no word on Connect Party.
there should there be any word on any of this stuff? Like it's
Well, Connect Party is the best game on the Xbox 360. So
I know,
at
but
least
what is the
best
market?
exclusive.
What is the market for these at this point? Like you have to buy an adapter.
I would buy it if it was back. If they sold it again, Connect Party, and it wasn't backwards compatible, which is what it should be, I would buy it again, Connect Party, the day it comes out.
Do you know
You
how
still
much?
have your Kinect hooked up though, and you're running an
Yeah, I do.
original Xbox One.
Yep, day one edition.
I don't know.
Would you like to
What-
guess how much GameStop is selling a used Kinect for Xbox One?
$3.50.
You're not that. I mean, you're a little off, but
$25.
it's $29. Yeah, $30.
Okay.
Weren't those like $150 at some point?
No, I think they're. Well, I don't know. Maybe. I know they've been
think so.
100 for quite a while.
Yeah, I saw a huge.
For $30,
stack of them.
it's that seems like a decent buy. I guess.
But then you need the adapter if you want to use it on your 1S.
Yeah, if you want the enhanced Kinect experience.
Well, if you want it to work, it won't
Right.
work without the adapter.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not just going to sit there. You need to enhance it.
Right. The adapter costs more than the Kinect, by the way, in case you're wondering. The adapter is $40. You can buy a used Kinect for $30.
I thought you could get it for free though if you owned it.
It's over. It was a limited time only. And
Oh, is that a limited
we're
time only
long
thing?
past that time.
I don't know. It seems kind of. That's the clue that the Kinect is dead. They don't want you to have it.
There was finally a clue about that, huh?
Oh,
Sherlock.
Right. Good job.
I was being
We
facetious.
got the Pink
So-
Panther over here, guys.
That's right.
Poor
I was
Kinect.
gonna make a Inspector Clouseau reference, but I really don't know any.
Oh, speaking of zoos and museums
Yes.
that are
Uh-huh.
not really zoos, but I went to the Museum of the Moving Image in Queens, and they have an arcade up there. First of all, so we can tie this into video games somehow.
Sure. I've been there.
You've been there. They have slightly different games now, but they have about 20 old like 80s arcade games that you can play. You have to pay for them though; they're not included with the admission. But they have a really good Jim Henson exhibit. If you grew up watching Sesame Street like I did, it's the closest you'll ever get to Kermit the Frog. It's pretty cool. I would definitely recommend that if you're old like me and we're super into Sesame Street. And they have like Fraggle Rock stuff there and Dark Crystal
Dark Crystal. Yep.
and the other one. What's the other one that he did?
Labyrinth.
Yep. David Bowie. Is that the David Bowie one?
They had David Bowie in there. Is that what they did with his body?
No, he just on the video.
Oh, okay.
But it's really cool.
I thought, yeah.
I would recommend it. You can make your own Muppet and stuff. It was neat.
Did you make your own
That's all.
Muppet?
Yeah, Ty did. I let Ty
Like
do it.
to bring home?
No, you just
Oh.
make it there, and that's pretty much it.
I think you would be a pretty good Muppet.
Don't they sell those kits though? I think they sell those at the museum though. The make your own Muppet
They might.
kit. My cousin's kids used to have them. I remember. My kids used to play with them at their house.
It's pretty neat. Like, you know how Jim Henson got started? He
Coffee commercials.
yeah,
Porn.
commercials. He just did.
I know.
He basically only did. He did like a lot of really short. I think like 8-second commercials, like a ton of them.
Yeah, for Wilkinson's
For
coffee.
everything he did for Wilkinson's Coffee, but like for tons of
They're
companies.
good commercials. Do you know the stories behind how he got those gigs?
No.
Porn.
You should read. I don't want to give it. Bernie Brillstein was his agent and manager. He's passed away. Brillstein Gray, you've probably
Yep.
heard of. They produced pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
He was Jim Henson's original agent and manager, and they both basically started around the same time. Bernie Brillstein's autobiography is excellent. I highly recommend reading it. It's very entertaining. He wrote it not shortly before he passed away. But the call sheet for the commercial that went to Bernie Brillstein's office was young housewife. That's what they were looking for Wilkinson's Coffee. And he got the call sheet and he told Jim Henson to just go and do his thing. And he walked in, and they were expecting this young housewife, and the casting people just called and started cursing out Bernie Brillstein. How could you do this? This isn't what we do. And he's like, just watch him. See what he has to do. And he did his thing, and he got the commercial.
Yeah, and that basically financed his whole career, and he was able to turn that into Muppets and Muppet Show and all that. It's pretty interesting. Learned a lot.
Yep.
Anyway, should we do some show feedback?
Sure. It's talking about car seats.
Not car seats. We weren't talking about car seats.
Well, we're talking about you and your car mess.
I was
and you not allowing messes in your car.
Yes.
Encendido5 had to say, just started listening, but thank you, Wombat, for dropping the knowledge on GB regarding kids and cars. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I can't believe the mess they make back there. Having once had a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old at the same time, I can also agree it's like having a tornado in your car.
But that's within your realm of control because you decide what the kid brings into the car.
Sorta.
I mean,
trust me,
the kid's not like sneaking a brownie into the car.
Oh, that is so within the realm of possibility.
Oh, my kid's not doing
that. That is well within the realm of possibility.
I feel like
mostly goldfish.
Car is so
my car is 70% Pepperidge Farm goldfish.
You're the guy in front of me in the car wash who's all of his groceries are on the sidewalk after they clean his car out.
Pretty much.
I just feel like it's such a small space. I understand like how your house could get messy with the kids because, it's much bigger space. You can't find everything. You have kids. I mean, they're going to be eating there, obviously. Cars are small. You can control that environment a lot easier, I feel. That's all. That was my point.
Good luck with that.
I doing fine.
Back on that, part-time 20XX says, CAGCast listener for several years, first time posting. Just want to say as a parent of 2 young kids, I really like your show. Your down-to-earth take on gaming and car cleanliness.
Yes. 2
kids have also turned my car into a moving trash bin. It does happen, GP. Yeah, and we 3 provide a good trio of opinions on topics. And we shouldn't sweat the feedback about lack of focus or preparation. The CAGCast is a good show.
We don't sweat it. Don't worry.
No. The only time I sweat is when I don't have the AC on after an hour.
Like now.
And then my body feels like the backseat of my car.
The only thing that should be on the floor of your car are your boogers.
What?
Because where else are you going to put them?
I put
those
them
dry out.
I put them in the tissues that I keep in my car.
Well, usually, yes. If you have tissues, sometimes you forget to bring tissues, though.
There's a box of tissues. It goes in my car. I have kids in my back of my car that need tissues.
Right. The worst thing I did was, the last time we went to the beach this summer, which was I guess 3 weeks ago at this point, I wore like aqua socks. Is that what they call them?
Yep.
Swim shoes. And I wore them in the ocean, which I usually don't do, but it was like rocky, and I'm like, I'll just wear them. Who cares? And after the beach, put all the clothes in a bag, but I just put the shoes down in my trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought the bag in the house, forgot to grab the shoes. By the time we got home, it was 9:00 at night because we, did other things. So I brought the bag in the house, left the shoes in the car. By the next morning, the ocean water soaked shoes stunk so bad.
Oh.
I had to take the shoes out of my car, spray the back down with Lysol, and then put 3 new air fresheners in my car.
Gross.
And every now and again, there's still a little bit of a linger of the smell. And I'm like, why did I do that?
It's like your foot smell mixed with seawater.
Yeah.
So
and it was just overnight. It's not like I left it in there for a month. It was one night.
We had a close call, actually, last week after a Rosh Hashanah dinner.
Yes, Lashana Tova.
Thank you. We were headed home from my aunt's house, and Ty said that he didn't feel well. He's feeling a little sick. And before we got in the car, I'm like, "Oh, do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you think you're gonna throw up or something like that?" He's like, "No, I'm okay. I'm okay." I'm like, "You sure? Yeah. Get in the car, drive for 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes." And he's like, "Papa, I don't feel well. Are you gonna throw up?" yes, yes, I'm going to throw up. I'm like, oh no. So I'm like, we're driving. And I rolled down the window. I'm like, just stick your head out the window and throw up. And I know that that's not good because I'm on like a major road. Like I can't, like there's no way to pull over or anything. But I remember once, like in college, where I was in a taxi and we rolled the window down and I threw up out the window and it just goes all over the side of the car. It doesn't,
Yes, it does.
It doesn't like release. It saves it from getting inside the car, but if you do it while the car's moving, it's going.
So did you have to get another car wash this week?
No, I did. I was luckily there was like a side street and I pulled over super fast and we got him out and he puked in, somebody's lawn and then we got back in the car. Everything was fine.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, I was exactly.
I'm glad this worked out for you.
All right, get back in the fucking car. Let's go. Yeah, it was like a business lawn, so I don't think it wasn't like somebody was living there. So it was fine. Crisis averted. Ty felt much better. No vomit on the car. We win.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for the show feedback, huh?
I guess so.
All right. Some watch this, bitches. I finished watching The Tick. It was fantastic.
Yes, that was cute. I watched that.
It was really well done.
There is, speaking of video games, there's a Tick avatar skin for your dude in on the Xbox. If you remember avatars, you can download the Tick a Tick outfit for your avatar on the Xbox One. It's free.
Where do you even see avatars anymore?
The only reason why I checked it is because there was an update for the app. So it was just sitting there on the top. And I'm like, well, why is there an update? I thought maybe they did something. They didn't do anything. But then it also got me curious. This is literally this morning. It got me curious. I'm like, there's still charts. Like it says top selling. Like what could the top selling possibly be? And there it was. There was the Tick one that was free.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, well, that's would explain
But
why
where
it's
do
top
you
selling.
On your profile, I believe you still see them.
Okay. I haven't seen one in a long time. Like I see them in like
No,
gamer
yeah,
picks
you
and
don't
stuff.
see-
Like you can take from where everybody made their gamer pick of their avatar 5 years ago. But
Right.
They're supposed to be redoing the whole avatar system. They touted that recently, but
it's quite a tout.
it is a tout. Avatars. It was cool when it was like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
no,
was cool.
it's just all that stuff went away.
I remember it was at Xbox 360 the 2.0. That was the cool one where it was the where you went through the menus by pushing up and down, and you could see your whole friends list, and it was all just the avatars just standing in a row. That was cool.
Yeah. Sure.
Remember that?
That was a big feature for Xbox and sort
Yep.
of innovative and neat. People liked it,
Yeah, they sold stuff. They still do, but I don't know who's gonna buy it.
and then they changed
And
it.
you would get avatars with achievements. Remember that? You can unlock avatar stuff
Yep,
in games.
Definitely,
Avatar outfits. That was
it
cool.
was a good idea.
Kill it.
Right. Just forgot about that. Yeah. How come they killed that, but they kept Connect? It's very, very strange. I finished the first season of Humans. I still recommend that for you guys. It's not like one of my depressing TV shows. I mean, it's not like super uplifting. Don't get me wrong, but it's very interesting to think about a future where people own robot maids. And
I've seen
like,
the Jetsons.
yeah, but this is more about like what it means to be human and what rights should robots have and what if a robot has
Jetsons.
consciousness.
Yeah.
I don't think they touched on that in the Jetsons.
I'm pretty
Sure
sure
that you don't remember that
there was some
episode?
good episodes of Rosie in there.
There's the episode where Rosie goes on trial for murder, and then they have to decide, can a robot really be tried for murder?
Mhm.
Because is a robot a person?
Right.
And who is the murderer if the robot murders someone, or is there no fault? It was a very serious episode.
Right.
It was a 3-episode arc.
Right. Was that like their version of Different Strokes?
Yeah, it
Bicycle
was
Store?
it was in fact Gordon Jump actually played the murder victim.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Well, I recommend that.
Is
You
that a
guys should
nice
watch
pull?
that show.
Was that deep enough for you?
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I like that.
Thank you.
You should have got all the references wrong though. We forgot.
I know.
But you should watch. Why don't you watch a show that I recommend once in a
Johnny
while?
Fever and Venus Flytrap ran the bicycle shop. Is that better?
Sure.
Nailed it. Did you guys watch?
I know
the,
Shipwreck got that one.
I did.
I used to watch
It's
WKRP in
that's
Cincinnati.
that's right. No, Columbus. It was based in Columbus.
Right.
WKRP in Columbus.
WXRK.
I love that. That was the best theme song. WKRP in Columbus. How could you forget?
All right.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the trailer for the new Tomb Raider movie?
No.
I think I did. I don't remember it, but I know I watched it.
It looks like it's based upon the Tomb Raider reboot.
Yeah,
Like the game.
That's what I
Like
got
it's
that
like
too,
scenes
yes.
directly from the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's kind of odd that that's what they're going with, but it like the bad guy looked exactly like the bad guy in the game.
Her outfit.
Sure, like there's like very specific scenes. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this playing this part. Like here's where she's out on the plane wing that's falling apart.
Oh, she doesn't have ginormous breasts.
No,
No.
she's kind of
Well,
nondescript
proportionate?
looking to me, actually.
Right.
Oh, Alicia Vikander.
She's a real person.
Sure, that sounds like it could be the person that plays this, but
She was also in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
oh, it's her. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can't even place her because I immediately just like,
I think she won an Oscar.
yeah, I think she did. Still, like I can see her in
Even
two
though- even
different
though
scenes
she's-
and have to wonder if I'm looking at the same person again.
Yeah. Even though she does have like 7 accents in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. But I guess there's reason for that. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to spoil that movie. It's
Mhm.
only 4 years old.
Right.
It looks like a decent movie. I was just shocked that they were sticking that close to a video game script.
Yeah, it's easier. Why?
And who
why
knows
reinvent
if they
the
will
wheel?
or won't. It's not out yet.
I just think the video game tie-in is really good already.
Right, they could re-release it, remaster it again.
Right. Just put a sticker on it. It says the movie edition.
Right, redefinitive edition.
They could redub the voice with Alicia Vikander.
Perfect.
Sold.
I would like it in the movie if there's scenes where she just like gets brutally murdered by falling on spikes.
I feel like they're gonna do something,
And then it
they
just
may do
rewinds.
something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
They say it could have happened this way.
Maybe she has like a dream where she falls down and that happens.
Yeah.
there's just
Like-
there's like 20 dream sequences in this movie.
Like she's hanging over the ledge and she flashes to what'll happen if she falls. Then she does like the shake, like, oh, don't want that to happen.
Right. Yeah,
Oh.
just like every 5 minutes in the movie.
Oh. Or she could just pull a Peter Griffin and go, remember that time I fell down over there and it looked like this? And then then you'll show it.
You all have great ideas.
Mhm.
I'm very
Get us on
impressed.
this Tomb Raider movie.
Yep. What else am I watching? I don't know.
Did you finish American Vandal yet?
No, because Mrs. Cheapy bailed on it, and so now I gotta do it
So?
on watch it on my own time.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You
finish.
all you have is your own time.
Yeah, but I gotta play Destiny.
Yeah, exactly.
I did start. Well, I did learn that the Dice show is. They have season 2 of Dice, so I've been watching. I watched a couple episodes of that. It's really funny.
Watch American Vandal.
I
No
will.
one cares
I
about
will.
anything
I'm
else.
far into American Vandal. I need to finish it. I enjoyed it. Dice is also enjoyable. Read this, bitches. I'm still reading Blood, Sweat, and Pixels by Jason Scherer, and I really recommend that to anybody who's listening to the show. I'm about probably 3/4 of the way through it. I just finished the Destiny chapter, I think. It's just really interesting to learn about how games get made, and it just seems like everything is such a crapshoot, and the fact that these games come together to actually become a game seems pretty much against the odds when you see what's going on in development. Yeah, I highly recommend. I can't imagine that anybody who listens to the show wouldn't enjoy this book. Every chapter is about a different game, so You can skip around if you like to your favorite games or whatever. It's really good. It's called Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. You should check it out. Wombat, if you read books, I think you would enjoy it.
I don't know how to read.
I think that you do, but I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. It's a Destiny. The Destiny chapter was great because we'll get into Destiny later. I think it'll come up again. Let's do the new releases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. New release wise, let's see. I know Wombat and I have both been playing some Pinball FX3.
Yes, I have the new tables. And if you have Pinball FX2, you should definitely download Pinball FX3, the free app version, and import your tables because there are graphical improvements on almost every table, and importing your old tables is free. It's actually pretty amazing that they did that because you're just getting basically your old games all upgraded for nothing, and it's kind of cool. So. And the new tables are kind of cool too. I know we all have them. Have you played it at all, GB?
I have not, but tell me about the new tables and tell me what the difference is between Pinball FX2 and Pinball FX3.
It's
there's
big.
a whole there are lots of big differences.
Yep.
They added different play modes, and one of the play modes you could actually add like modifiers, and you get experience.
you get
for playing
perks.
the tables.
You
Perks.
earn perks.
I was calling them modifiers.
Yeah, but it's
perks.
the same thing. I don't know what
Yes.
they might be called modifiers in the game. I don't know, but
I don't even know either.
Like,
it was just the word I
you-
was using.
as you do like a combo, like hit 2 ramps or whatever, then you unlock this perk and you get experience points, and you level that up the more you do it. But then you get more, like you can activate 2 like normal perks, and there's like a super perk or something at the top. And these can change like the values of the different things in the game, or make stuff like happen quicker.
I can't get like super bumpers or something.
No, you can.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Super flippers.
That's exactly what you get.
Yeah, I don't know, super
the flippers.
flippers, super bumpers.
Super bumpers.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
bumpers
the whole,
that are
like,
worth 3 times their points and stuff like that. Yeah, that's
yeah, it's very cool. Like, and they have like a whole bunch of challenges and stuff that you like can try and do, like single ball mode, and I don't know. There's some other challenges over there too, but
I believe one of the tables is free with the basic app version of the game too. That's on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and I think PC also. So I mean, check it out. Whatever, it's free. But the new tables are Back to the Future, Jaws, and E.T.
I have not played ET yet.
Oh, E.T. was the first one I played only because I had Elliot on the couch with me, and for some reason he really likes that movie.
Yeah,
So
because of ET, right?
yes, because of
Here's
E.T.
who we named you after: ET.
E.T. So we played that one, and honestly, I only played it once, but it was cool from what I remember. I really like Jaws. Jaws is one of the. It's a smaller layout,
It's
I
more
kinda
wide
like.
open. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not as busy.
Exactly. So I like that one a lot. I like how it looks. Also a big fan of Jaws. Now Elliot really wants to see the movie Jaws, and we had to have that conversation. No, you're not seeing Jaws. Why can't I see Jaws? I like sharks, but it's scary. I like scary. You're not seeing Jaws.
I feel like Jaws may not be that scary because that's rated R or no?
No, it was rated PG when it came out.
It's still
You-
pretty scary, I think.
It is,
Yeah.
but you're only going to be scared when you're on the water. You're not going to be
No,
like walking down the
it's-
street.
That's not when you're scared.
Really?
Whatever. No, my son is not going to see Jaws.
Ty told
He's
me
too
that
young.
one of his
He's
classmates
6.
told him that he saw it. And I
Okay.
was like, no, that's bullshit. He didn't see it.
No, one of Sabrina's friends, the parents who are very nice people, actually like them a lot. But whenever they go to the movies, the daughter has to go with them
The
for whatever
fuck
reason.
is wrong with him?
And she's seen things that definitely are not appropriate.
What the
So
hell?
I know.
So weird.
So, mm-hmm.
Parents
I
are
know.
weird.
Parents are weird.
I saw a guy
Uh,
skateboarding in Manhattan
Uh-huh.
on a motorized skateboard with his son,
Okay.
who was probably 5, I want to say, on the same motorized skateboard. The son was just like basically holding on to the dad's leg down 7th Avenue, no helmets for either of them. No,
Yeah, that's just stupid.
no protective anything. Just the kid hanging on for dear life on the dad's leg, and the guy cruising with his electric skateboard. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, the streets are barely even held together. So you could be like the best skateboarder in the world, and like you can't really control if a car hits you.
Are you sure it wasn't Tony Hawk?
I did not recognize him as Tony Hawk. I don't think he
We're
would
not
use an electric skateboard.
That's true.
It's probably considered.
And
not
the third table, by the way, is Back to the Future.
I like
That
that.
one's cool because you get to choose which movie you're playing.
Exactly, and the year from
that's
each
neat.
movie.
Yep.
So there's 1985 Back to the Future 1 and there's 1985 Back to the Future 2.
Have you shown your kids Back to the Future?
No.
Oh.
My children have no interest in that movie.
Oh, Ty saw it. He really liked it.
I'm sure they would like it too, but it's really hard to get them to sit down and watch a movie they have no interest in. Like, do you want to watch Back to the Future? We can watch that. No. You guys are the worst. All Elliot wants to watch is Jaws and The Shining.
He did have the
Oh.
appropriate confusion when the mom was hitting on Marty. He thought that was weird. He kept saying that this is weird. I said, yes, it is weird. That's the point.
Everyone knows you're supposed to kill the dad first.
Right. What else we have in new releases?
Project Cars 2, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like I ordered this game.
Really?
I feel like it was a price mistake at some point.
All I know is I still get money from Project Cars 1. Every once in a while, I get like $5 sent to me because I bought the
Wait,
beta.
no. I'm thinking of The Crew. I think I ordered The Crew. I don't
That's a
know
different
anything
game.
about Project Cars 2.
Wait, why do you get money from
I-
Project
Because if you like not pre-ordered, but when they were making Project Cars, if you could download like a demo of it or somehow, like a pre-release something or other, if you had to pay for it, and when you paid for it, you were like investing in the game also. I don't know. All I know is I wanted to play it, and I paid the money to get the demo, and every few months I just get like a PayPal from Europe for like, I don't know, €4 or I don't even know what it is, but I've been getting them for a long time.
Nice.
So it's my retirement game.
I guess so.
Yeah, Slightly Mad, right? Isn't that the name of the company? That's who the PayPal comes from.
Clearly they are.
Yeah, it's so weird. Slightly Mad. Yeah, I get payments all the time. Here's my last one was in June. I got paid. I got €6 from them, and here's one in December. 4.67 euros in September. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot. It's very weird. WMD payment. Let me see how many payments there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payments I've gotten from them.
That's
weird.
enough.
Yeah, I mean, probably €30. I don't know how much money that is, but I don't think I paid €30 for the demo.
I was going to say, is if it's more than you paid for the game, then you're ahead.
Let me see. 30
Good job.
euros is, it's $35. So I don't remember what I paid for the stupid demo, but hey, this game's paying off. So Project Cars, I don't know anything about it. Let's see.
I did pre-order the other car game that's coming out this week.
Forza?
Yep.
Oh, Project Cars got good reviews.
Yep.
Forza's out tomorrow, yes? Is that it? Tomorrow?
Yeah,
Is it
when
one
this
of those
show
Friday
is
games?
this show is up, it should be out.
It's been getting good reviews too, right?
Yeah, it's been getting good reviews. Apparently the graphics are phenomenal on it.
The greatest graphics in any game ever made. I saw that headline today. Calm down.
Oh, there's a lot of unscored reviews, I see.
Yeah, the Lego Ninjago movie game came out.
Yeah, I'm not
That's got some surprisingly good reviews.
the game or the movie?
Yeah, the game.
Uh-huh.
The Lego Ninjago movie game is getting very good reviews.
Everything gets good reviews now. I don't know if you know.
I guess so.
We discussed this last week.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't believe you.
Just
You should believe
look
me.
it up.
Did Chu Man Fu for the Wii U get good reviews?
I don't. I'm not familiar with that one, but I'm
Right.
positive that it did.
I rest my case.
How about Raiders of the Broken Planet Alien Myths?
That is supposed to be pretty good, actually.
See?
So this shows what I know.
Yeah.
How about Pokemon? Anything about that? Have you heard anything about that, huh?
The Pokken game.
Yeah, isn't that supposed to be bad?
It's probably good. It's a 79.
Wait, are you guys
79.
buying Forza?
That's pretty good.
That's good enough. Are you buying Forza?
Yeah. I have it pre-ordered.
Shipwreck said he bought it.
Oh, I got confused.
Yeah,
I
it was another case where like there was some special edition of it that I got for like $40 something. I want to say like I got like the $80 version or something for $40.
How'd you do that? I want that.
I don't know. There was one of these price errors at some point.
Oh. I guess that's like the premier Xbox One X game. I guess with the 4Ks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be playing it in the 1080p's.
Right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it will be.
Wait.
There's like all these games, like so many games. Why did all these games come out after Destiny 2? That Runer game is supposed to be good. RUINER.
Mm-hmm. I don't know
Steam
what
World
that is.
Dig 2 is supposed to be good.
That's okay.
I know I'm going to pick up for the Switch. I'm going to pick up Golf Story. That looks pretty good.
What's that about?
It's like a isometric kind of 16-bit, 32-bit looking game where it's a golf with RPG elements. It's getting good reviews. It looks cool. It's $15.
Trying to watch the trailer on Metacritic. It's not working.
Okay. It may or may not be your thing. It's definitely my thing.
All right.
And Picross S came out for Switch as well for $8. Also $8, Arcade Archives Mario Brothers.
Oh, we were off. We said $10.
Off by $2, yeah. So that's
far.
interesting that Hamster is putting out the Arcade Archives, the Nintendo games at the same price as the other games that they were making.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a difference between a Neo Geo game and Mario Brothers.
In terms of the complexity of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, there's like, what is it, 10 years between the two, probably?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the Neo Geo games are more advanced for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, I think I'm good on Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that doesn't really excite me.
No,
much
that's not. No.
I'd rather
doesn't
buy the
sound particularly
Picross for
super.
$8 if I'm going to buy one of those two games.
Yeah.
And let's see. It seems like there was something else. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of some games that are already out, like Destiny 2.
Right. So you're saying that's it for the new releases?
There's so many games on here, and
Right.
I don't know. I'm sure all of them are wonderful. Again, buy what you want.
Right. And you know what else you should buy?
No.
Harry's Razors.
Oh,
Right.
Mm.
Well, of course, we all love Harry's because you get a super close shave. I know I love the glide of the razor, and I love all their accoutrements. Is that the right word to describe the shaving cream and the post-shave balm? Accoutrements?
Sure.
Is that right? Yeah, they're great products. In case you don't know about Harry's, if you've been living under a rock, they offer you a great shave at a fair price, half the price of what you pay for razors in the store. Two guys started it, Jeff and Andy, who were tired of paying the high prices in drugstores for razors. And they got their own factory going in Germany, and they sell the razors to you direct to save money. And I think that you'll really enjoy it. In fact, Harry's is so confident that you're going to love their razor blades that they'll give you their trial shave set for free when you sign up at harrys.com/CAGCast. All you have to do is just pay for shipping, and they're going to send you a $13 value, which includes a weighted ergonomic razor handle, 5 precision engineered blades with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade. That's for getting under your nose and Where else, Wombat? Where else would you use the trimmer blade? Just under the nose?
No, you could use it. I use it for me, like right where where my cheek gets a little high on the cheek. So I need to trim that a little bit.
High on the cheek.
High on the cheek.
That's what they call that. It also comes with rich lathering shave gel, which is great. I think you'll really like that.
That is my favorite kind of gel.
Rich lathering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's better than poor, watery shave gel for sure. And a travel blade cover. I think you'll really enjoy it. You can't afford to not get Harry's. Go to harrys.com/CAGCast right now. That's harrys.com/CAGCast. Never heard a bad thing about Harry's from all of our listeners who have gotten their free trial or have bought various Harry's products. Nobody has ever complained to us. And trust me, people would complain if they didn't like it because internet. So thank you, Harry's. harrys.com/CAGCast. Let's move on to multi-platforming and Wombat's Overwatch Onslaught and news and stuff. We may have to change the name of this section because I haven't played Overwatch since Destiny came out. Now it may have to be like Destiny Dudes? I don't know.
Ugh.
But yeah, so we'll work on that. Hey, I'm trying to go on the fly here. We'll talk about Destiny in a minute or two. A couple of things that I want to talk about. First of all, have you guys been following? This must have happened right after we recorded the show last week.
I think it did.
Yeah, the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds versus Fortnite. Have you been following this?
Yeah, so Fortnite released a free mode in its game called Battle Royale mode, which is essentially, Battlegrounds. It's basically the same thing. And the thing that probably makes this the most, shady is the word I'll use.
Okay.
Despite it being perfectly legal, is Fortnite is made by Epic, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds runs on an Epic engine.
Yes.
Well,
So-
everything runs on an Epic engine, just about.
I understand that, but it's a little like having your cake and eat it too from the Epic standpoint.
Well, sure, but anyway, so we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. So
Yes.
Epic announced this mode, and the Battlegrounds team, I don't know, like, how old is their PR guy? Like 16?
I don't
They
know. I got
they
the
put out
press
a-
release. Yeah.
Yeah, they put out a press release basically mentioning Fortnite by name, complaining that, basically that they're being ripped off.
Well, in the Fortnite trailer, they mentioned Battlegrounds by name.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's some.
You're allowed to
You know.
do that, though. It's fine. You're not,
Yes.
as long as you're not causing confusion in the customer, as long as the customer is not thinking that this is something that's made by the Battlegrounds people, that would cause confusion in the marketplace, you can do this. You can do that. But the weird thing is that so the Battlegrounds team put out a press release, and then they went and mentioned Fortnite by name, which is, when you have competition, you generally don't want to bring attention to that competition, especially when that competition is offering their product for free.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't hear about this until I got that press release from Battlegrounds.
Right. I mean, Battlegrounds is in the news all day long, every day, because it's the hot shit right now and everybody's paying attention. 10 million copies sold. Clearly kicking the shit out of Fortnite. Like, Fortnite, I don't know how many copies they've sold, but you can be sure it's not 10 million.
Nope.
And so they go and mention their competition by name, their free competition. And then on top of that, they sort of threaten legal action. They'll be looking into legal action. Which is just like, what? Who's advising these guys? It makes no sense whatsoever. And you know what? It's fine to feel like, okay, these guys are doing something we don't like what they're doing. Keep that shit internal. Keep those things to yourself. Don't help out the competition. Don't be sour grapes in public to everybody. It's not a good look, and it's bad business.
Yeah, I mean, or at least wait until the press asks you, "What do you think of this?" It's not ideal.
Sure, you don't have to put a press
And that is an
release out.
appropriate answer. What do you think of Fortnite doing battle royale, making a battle royale mode? It's not ideal.
Right.
That's an appropriate answer. That's fair.
It
Even
seems
you know
like
what?
such a,
Even go
it
ahead.
seems like such a like an obvious idea after the fact that every game is going to attempt to do this. Like they had to see this coming.
Yes.
Of course, and
I'm
they
sure
they
they
got
did.
it from H1Z1.
H1Z1, exactly. And I'm sure H1Z1 got it from somewhere else, probably.
I doubt that H1Z1 put out a press release saying, we don't like what Battlegrounds is doing, which is basically saying, hey, check out this other game. It's just so weird.
I need to check out the Fortnite mode just to see what's there.
I was going to ask you if you had checked it out yet.
I have.
And
The Battlegrounds mode? Or not the
yeah.
Battlegrounds, the Battle Royale mode?
yeah,
Uh-oh. Maybe they
is
are
it
confused.
is it just as good? Is it worse?
No,
is it
I
the
don't-
same? Is it?
It has a totally different feel to it for a few different reasons. I mean,
It's
first
got all
of
the
all,
building and stuff in there, right?
Yes, it's got all the building and stuff. You can break down walls with your axe. You can build stuff. You could build a whole fort. So you got that. But on top of that, the whole look of the game is just so cartoony. And while Battlegrounds is very realistic looking, I didn't feel that same sense of tension when I was playing Battle Royale because, I don't know, maybe it's just the look of the game or because you have all that building stuff and there's just a sort of a lot going on. I don't know. You've seen me play Battlegrounds before and how scared I get when I come across somebody that I wasn't expecting. I didn't have that same reaction playing Fortnite. And it's not to say that like the Fortnite version isn't any good. I've only played a few rounds of it, but it has a pretty different feel.
Is this enough to make Fortnite relevant? Because let's face it, it's not.
Well, Fortnite hasn't even come out yet.
It's
I mean,
you could buy it.
the free version is not out yet. That's where it's
Yes.
going to become relevant when it's free. Free
You think
is
so?
a big
You think
mover.
when it's free, it'll be relevant? It'll be something that people play on a regular basis.
I don't know that there's going to be 10 million people playing it,
Well, that's
but that's not the only measure of
No.
success. is if you just get
No,
10
it is
million
not.
people. I don't know. I put a lot of hours into Fortnite when I first got it. I thought it was pretty unique and fun, but it definitely is a lot more to offer than just the Battle Royale mode. But I really have no idea about its longevity and its ability to capture and maintain an audience. But and this actually probably would be a lot more appealing to younger players because it is cartoony looking and it does have a lot of Minecraft elements into it. So I don't know. It's just the way that the Battlegrounds people handled it. I don't know. And even like if they had a lawyer, the lawyer would certainly tell them not to do that.
yes, you would assume so.
I mean, if they really were contemplating some sort of legal action, which they have no ground to stand on, certainly the lawyer wouldn't be like, hey, you should put out a press release mentioning your competition by name and, sort of threatening legal action. That's what I recommend. It's just so weird. I don't know.
Isn't that how you do it? Isn't that what the cool kids do?
I think that's how you grown up.
Right. Make sure you
40,000
threaten the
people do it
company
every
that
day?
your game is built upon too.
Right. They're licensing the Unreal Engine from Epic, and you want to have a good relationship with them. Certainly, I'm sure Epic's not going to like pull the engine out from
No,
under them,
exactly.
but
They're not going to do that. But at the same time,
you have to talk to these people at some point.
Talk to them. Don't send out a press release.
It's just weird. It's weird. I'm sure I hope that they've learned something from it, but who knows? I just scrolled too fast, and now I think we're up to Destiny time.
Yes, we've all been playing a lot of the Destiny.
Let's give our status report, where we are in the game. I finished the story.
Yes, I think we all. Well, I don't think Shipwreck did yet.
No, I'm very close to finishing the story.
Okay, and I finished the story as well. I actually got help from two listeners. I assume they're listeners that jumped into my jumped
okay.
into my game while I was playing it. They followed the Wombat rules. They didn't need an invitation. They just came right in, and when I was done, I just logged out, and they thanked me on Twitter for a great time. So that's how I roll when it comes to Destiny. I'm
Nice.
always open to having people join my game.
What did
Just
you?
don't be offended if I leave.
What did you think of the story mode?
I actually really liked it. I thought they did a really good job of keeping it unique and interesting, and even switching things up in unique and exciting ways. So good for you. And also, that game is just fun. So
When you say unique, you mean like Halo,
I don't want to
Like
spoil
Halo.
anything.
like Halo.
Like
Yeah,
every
like
level,
Halo.
you go, oh, I remember this Halo level.
Yes.
I like
there
this
was
Halo
there
level.
was more than one time where I was like, oh, this is just like that thing they did in Halo. So
Like, it's every level, just about. I think every level I've played but one, I specifically know what Halo level I'm playing.
mhm.
I
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's fine. It stands out like how, like, just great those Halo 1, 2, and 3, like those campaign levels were. Just
Well, it's how important Bungie is to the Halo franchise. Is really what you learn from that.
they're excellent at level design, like and enemy combat. Like
Mhm.
they've
Yes, combat they're really good at.
Yeah.
story not so much.
no,
Eh,
it's enough.
They
but
copied
they
that
did a
from
better.
Halo
They,
2,
they
the
did a
nonsensical
better
story.
job with the story this time. Even the
They did.
the beats of the story, the why you're going to all these different planets. Oh, these 3 people who were captured, and I gotta find and rescue the 3 people.
Right.
It works. I mean, it's a unique enough idea and a loose enough story where it's enough to go, I guess I want to save those people. And that's fine. It doesn't need to be more complex than that.
When I
But
read
the first game didn't even have that.
yeah, well, they didn't have a story mode.
Yeah.
When I read the Blood, Sweat, and Pixels chapter on Destiny, they talked about how the story was a disaster in the first one. They basically came up with some story, and then they wound up scrapping the whole thing and starting over while they were like pretty into the development. Of course, we remember the whole Dinklebot fiasco and that whole thing. But the whole concept of the game was basically, you're making your own story sort of when you're playing, playing with other people co-op. And that's really the story with your friends, not the story that they're feeding you. Which is, I don't know, sort of like an excuse really for not having a
That
good
is an
story.
excuse. And it's not that isn't true, but it's good to have a reason to be there. Again, it doesn't have to be in depth. You just need to have a reason.
I like Shipwreck's idea that he joked about on Twitter about having shaders for the story because the names are so generic for everything that they should just have like text shaders so you can substitute your own names for like the city and I guess
so
anything.
ridiculous that they named
Yeah, but then
The
you'd only be
city.
able to use them once. What if you come across
lowercase
something-
the uppercase city. Like, this is Earth, right? We've gotten rid of all of our city names, and now there's just
The city.
The city.
I guess when there's
Well,
only
there's
one
the,
city, you just
There is the EDF. That's
Right, but if you
It's not a
have
city.
like the subtitles on, you get to read how this thing is like written with this city nonsense, and it's
right.
just like
I guess if you're reading it, it may seem even more ridiculous.
right. It's like right
Which
in front
I
of
am
my
not.
face, and I'm just like it really makes me think of Circuit City. I tweeted that as well, like that.
I saw that one.
Right. Like I remember when they tried to rebrand there like for like 2 months or something before they went under as the city.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like a way for you to be able to like
It's like Mad Libs.
improve it. Yeah.
And that doesn't bother me. Not nearly as much as the shader business.
It wasn't. I just thought it was a very interesting suggestion for Shipper. I think he was joking, but I think that in a way that's pretty creative, actually, and certainly doable.
It would be terrible.
Why?
Because you'd have different people talking on social media about the game, and someone would say, "Hey, did you get to the Palladium yet in the game? Because that's the best part." And then someone would go, "What the hell is the Palladium?"
Oh,
fine.
the city.
It's fine.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
It'd work fine.
It's too confusing.
Destiny 3, implement that.
It's not like
Fix
anything else in
shaders
Destiny is not confusing. This would be just on par with everything else.
What faction did you join? A faction? Shipwreck? I don't think you can yet. Or?
No, I can't yet. So I'm playing back through the game.
I know,
with Mrs. Shipwreck as well. So my second character's level 13. We're getting there. We're pretty deep into the story at this point.
Cool. I love the art design. I think the art design is better than Halo. Any of the Halo games.
It is. It's much better. The character design is
everything. Just the environments, just everything is just
yes.
eye-poppingly good. I say wow so often playing, even after traveling to the same planets over and over again.
So now that you've hit light level 270,
yes.
and that's when like all of the stuff that you've been doing is now kind of irrelevant.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you're going to continue to do the next level stuff that involves the raids and the strikes and the strike raids?
So I did 2 strikes, and then I opened up the Nightfall strike. And actually before the show tonight, I played the Nightfall strike with the icon Jimmy Mack, the greatest force in professional gaming, and Blooded Fury. And I think one of the guys was like 290 and somebody was like 280. And I'm 270. And we died. We did not succeed. We tried it twice in a row and we failed both times. It's hard. It's quite hard. It only, it's a timer. They put a timer up. It was like 22 minutes. And you got 22 minutes to beat it. And if you don't make it, you get nothing, basically. And that was frustrating to spend 40 minutes doing that and not complete it.
So what about the other strikes? Was that fun? Did you get anything out of that was relevant to your character at that point?
Not really. No, I did not. I'm still at 270. But I'm still hooked. This game, they do a good job with the loot. The loot is more...
Well, yeah, but aren't you like frozen at 265 now from the vendors or no?
Yeah, sort of. But once in a while you find something that's good.
Okay.
I guess. And, there's different events and things that'll get you stuff. I think you just need to find somebody who's around the same spot as you and figure out where the goodies are.
Well, just buy a map from Cade. Buy the map from Cade if
Yeah.
you know you're going to do something on a planet.
Yeah, I do that.
Because you'll see all the chests, and you'll just get chest after chest after chest.
I do that. I buy the treasure maps too.
I actually maxed out on Glimmer
I did that
last night.
Yeah, I did that.
I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty
I hit
hooked on it.
271. What?
I think that they do a better job than, let's say, Overwatch with loot in terms of feeding your mental weaknesses with loot to keep you coming back, which is important for games like this.
It's why I keep playing Injustice 2.
You need to get that right. I think they did a good job with that. I have to, I guess, look up the best ways to get your power level up when you hit the 270 box, because I'm sure there's specific things.
And it's funny because when I posted that I was 270, it was like every reply after that was, well, it's a real pain in the ass to get anything higher than that, so good luck. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Well, look, I don't know. It was the Nightfall thing, the strike, it was hard, but it was really like the environment that you're in is like just so cool. Like there was, I don't know. There's like lasers you have to like dodge. What was that movie with Sean Connery and the Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Dr. No.
No, shut up.
Indiana Jones 3.
No, stop it. Entrapment with the lasers, the breaking into the museum, right?
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I guess I need somebody who's really good to bring me through some of these things.
Was it Zardoz?
Yeah. So here's a question about Destiny from @NightVision. He says, what is your opinion on the longevity of Destiny 2 now? Is it worth getting once it launches on PC, or should I wait for more content? Oh, there's plenty of content there right now.
Yeah, and the other, to be perfectly honest, if getting past 270 starts to feel like a chore and as soon as that's not fun, I'll make a new character and I'll start from zero, and that'll be fun.
I think it's still going to be fun. I don't know why it wouldn't be fun.
I don't know. People keep saying it sounds like a chore. I don't know yet.
All right. I'm in.
I'm listening to what the people say. The
Right.
people.
There's so many guides up now, like, because Destiny's so hot. I mean, you just search for.
Yeah, but I don't
power.
want to look up hot guides on the internet. Whenever I Google that, I get weird pictures.
Right. Are we done talking about Destiny?
I think so.
I think so.
Wombat and I
know.
even played some Crucible together to get those milestones, and we
I
actually
know. I
won.
need to do one more. Yes, we won.
Don't tell them that the other team only had 3 people.
That's okay. I killed some people. I killed 2 people at once.
It's good. Don't brag.
Why not? I'm like the
Excuse
brave
me.
little Taylor over here.
I don't know. I like it. I'm playing a lot. I'm pretty addicted, and I like it. I'll probably play as soon as we're done with this show.
Sure. That's pretty much anytime you have a chance to play it, you just play it.
Right. Exactly. It's the only game I played since I bought it.
I played another game.
Okay.
I played some of Ink. It came out last week, I believe. They sent a code over for this. It's up my alley though. It's a 2D platformer that is very similar to a Super Meat Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You play as a little cube, little square, and every time you jump or touch a surface, it puts colored ink out, similar to how when Meat Boy would run, he would leave the blood behind him on the ground. But it also has this mechanic where you remember that the last Swan game where you had to spray the ink around to find stuff. It's got that similar mechanic to like where you have to like jump and like spray like ink, and it's all just one button. Like it's a double jump, and like you kind of like splat ink out a little bit. And that will reveal like where platforms are or like secret coins, that type of stuff. So it's got a kind of an interesting mechanic, not only the hard platforming, but just an exploration mechanic. The levels are really short, just like Super Meat Boy, but it's pretty cool. The only like problem is it nobody can get controls as good as what Super Meat Boy had. And so when I'm playing it, it's so similar, but it's just not quite as tight. And occasionally, like it'll drop some frames, which I'm usually not a like one that catches that stuff. It doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're trying to do like these really precise platforming jumps, and it like chugs for a couple frames, it makes it kind of frustrating. But it's cool. Not something for you guys, but
right. That's for skilled players.
Right. For skilled players, check out Ink.
Isn't Cuphead out this week? We didn't.
It's out
mention
tomorrow.
That.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we didn't mention that one during
Nope.
the releases.
Because it's not out yet.
Well,
we mentioned Forza.
right.
Yeah.
That sounds
that
hard.
game looks like it's going to be very difficult, and
I'm
despite
excited.
as much as I want to play that game because it looks gorgeous, I don't want to play a game that I won't be able to play. So
You should stream it on Twitch so people can make fun of you.
yeah, see, I don't want that either. I don't want to be made fun of. I just want to play a game that looks cute that I
do.
could play, and they don't. I feel like they don't want me to do that.
Right. There's no easy mode or anything in that game?
That's what I just don't know. Like
I don't
maybe
think
there
so.
is. Like if
I don't think.
Yeah.
Just based upon what everybody's saying, it seems like this is just a difficult game. But we'll see.
yeah, so fuck that game.
I'll let you know, Wombat.
Yeah.
Cool. And Nintendo? Should we talk about Nintendo? The SNES Classic is out. Is that tomorrow also?
Yeah.
Yes, that is tomorrow also. You guys both have yours shipping though, right?
Well,
We both have our Amazon UK version shipping.
right.
My
Yeah.
Walmart US version has not shipped yet.
I'm just giving them away. We're going to give them away. on Twitter. I don't need that thing. We're giving one away. We're giving one away right now, the American version, and it got over 10,000 retweets in less than 24 hours.
I retweeted it.
Yeah, it's people like that thing.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I can't win it, but I retweeted it.
Right. Thank you. Well, I appreciate your support. So I think
Yes.
we'll be giving away at least one more. Somebody wrote in. Where is this? Oh, at Lucian2K2 wrote in. He said the did he mean the SNES Mini? I guess he meant the SNES Mini is out in France, and there's plenty of them everywhere in stores. I think Nintendo did a good job this time. So I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I will be when I walk to work. It's not that far out of my way to go check out Best Buy, so I'll check it out at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and I'll see what the line looks like. If anything, I'll get a fun picture out of it. So
Right, yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And if they are really handing out tickets, and for some reason the line isn't so insane, I'll take a ticket. But I'm not getting there at 7. So.
Right. Well, here's a related question from @Duran603. He says, "Is there any product you want badly enough that you'd be willing to wait in line hours before a store opens?"
Oh yeah, Big Mac sauce.
But hours?
No, that was I think 45 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think it was that long.
I would say like if I needed a kidney or something like that, I would.
That's
wait.
not a product,
Well,
unless they start selling kidneys.
It might be at some point. I can't really see myself wanting.
I've never done that.
No.
You never waited outside for something?
Hours?
Hours? No.
Hours? Maybe an hour.
Before a store opens?
Yeah, the qualification is hours before the store
I
opens.
definitely waited in
answer is
line
no.
for some Halo launches. For like some midnight launches.
Right. What about now that you're a distinguished gentleman?
Probably
A little
not.
too old for this?
No. I still might show up at midnight. Like for the NES Classic, I went out at midnight and searched around for those.
Right. But that's not waiting for hours. There's something about waiting for hours on a line before a store opens. That's
not a big
like,
waiter.
No. Me neither. I have no patience for that.
Yeah.
So I can't really think of a product that I would want that badly.
What about an Atari box?
Definitely not. That is a weird product.
Should we talk about that?
Yeah. Why don't you talk about it?
So they announced what it was. It's a Linux based box, and
it says Atari on it.
Right. It's got an ecosystem. It's got a Radeon graphics processor in it. And they're trying to make, I'm just reading some of the things here, a full PC experience, the TV. Also with streaming applications and everything.
A full PC experience for $300.
Does it have adventure?
Remastered in 4K.
It does it's gonna have a large back catalog of Atari games, as well as current titles from a range of studios. I don't know what it's $249 to $300 is depending on what edition and memory configuration you go with.
How much is the hat with the Bluetooth speakers? That seems more reasonable at this point. That seems like a genius product compared to this. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Why don't they just make shirts and things? People like Atari shirts.
Right.
Put adventure on a shirt. You make a shirt for every game, right? That they have. Combat, People would be into that, I feel. Some blocks. I don't know. It seems like they'd have
I don't even mind like them putting out a box. Like Dreamcade Replay, same type of concept here. But Dreamcade Replay was $100. This is
craziness. This is craziness.
Right.
This is more expensive than an Xbox now. By a lot.
Right.
It's weird.
It's super weird. And they need to, if there's a reason to buy this thing, they need to do a better job of just of telling people why, rather than just having like these sparse details that sound like this is an excellent experience.
Did somebody like recently buy the Atari
That was a couple of years
license?
ago,
Is that
right?
what happened?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, somebody bought the Atari trademark or whatever their whole business.
Now I'm reading about it. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember much about it, but I know I believe that originally they were thinking of it just as a licensing type of acquisition, which makes sense. Atari makes sense as a licensing property.
Sure.
You just have to read this, like the Wikipedia, like the last 7 years of Atari or so.
Mhm.
So in 2013, they filed for bankruptcy. Okay. And then they came out of Chapter 11. They came out of bankruptcy a year after that and decided they were entering the social casino gaming industry with Atari Casino. Did you ever hear of that? You may not be into social casino. I don't even know what that is. What the hell is social casino gaming? Okay. Then after that, a year, I guess like a little after that, they said, new corporate strategy. We're going to focus on new audiences, specifically LGBT, social casinos, and real money gambling and YouTube. Those things don't seem to really have
LGBT
one,
was hot back then.
What do those things have to do with one another?
I don't know why would Atari even be going after LGBT?
Any of those things.
I can tell you for a fact, I have no recollection of Atari going after the LGBT audience, and I would know.
Yes,
I just don't understand. Yeah, okay, go for it.
And
I don't know why that would be a specific selling point for them.
Right. Those four things seem to have nothing to do. Well, social casinos and gambling, I guess, go together. So
I can understand. I can understand a casino like route for Atari. That at least makes some sense.
Sure. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Because people who are playing in
machines.
casinos will certainly remember the Atari name, and you could certainly tie.
Right. Here's
some of
a
those old
missile command slot machine.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Asteroid slots.
Perfect.
Whatever.
Home run. Probably can't lose money doing that.
Nope.
But then they said, okay, nope, not doing that. Like 3 years later, they said, we're making a new console. And that's the Atari box. That's where we are today. That was some ride that's like quite a roller coaster over those 4 years. And at some point they made a hat with Bluetooth speakers.
That's still a thing right now. Yeah.
That is still a thing. I see Hip Hop Gamer is a big fan of that.
I mean, I can't like say that product is not something that I find amusing. Like,
I was gonna say that's amusing and kitschy, and it has something to it.
right.
But and it's probably significantly less expensive to produce than a console.
Even if Atari was going to come out with their own like flashback console, like not going through like
Not
games, that at least there's some market there. Like the Christmas market, people are going to buy those.
Did they already sell that license and it's too late for them?
Right. I think that's the problem there.
And could they pull a Sega and just have it all on the iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not do something like that?
I don't know. I would just stick with like clothing and toy collectibles maybe.
Right. That's what
That
just
seems like-
slap that Atari
Yeah.
logo on a t-shirt. You're pretty much done.
I
Right.
have a Atari logo T-shirt. It's a good T-shirt.
Some pops, perhaps. Things that maybe you don't have to spend money like doing research and development on. Things that don't cost $300.
Right. Things that you don't have to actually produce a product on.
Yeah, basically. Things that are like easy and that, if they fail, you're not going to be back in bankruptcy. I don't know. T-shirt seems like a good way to go. But okay. Good luck, I guess.
Well, it's like the thing. There's the onesie that I sent your son when he was born, Shipwreck.
Hmm?
Something like that,
Right.
where the box art, that
It's
art of
Missile
Atari.
Command. I'm sure Atari
Yeah.
didn't get any licensing deal on that.
No, they did not, because we had it made for you.
Right.
That was.
Atari should just sue Etsy, basically.
I mean,
That's the best
they
course.
released that. Well, they released that Art of Atari book, which has that gorgeous art of Atari.
Yeah, that's
and
that's a fine product.
they should be every single one of those covers should have a T-shirt
Yeah, no, that's what I just said. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
and coasters and
All that shit.
glasses,
Sure.
like whiskey glasses that have the covers on it. Those would sell. Mugs.
How about upscale gamerware with Atari logos on it?
Yeah, like upscale barware.
Sure.
Yeah. But I still think the box art would still be cooler than the Atari, or both. Like one side is a box art, and then in the back it has that Atari logo.
I would say pretty
Like
much anything
etched.
but a console would be a good move for them.
Yep. Okay, that's enough of that.
An electric vehicle would probably be better.
Oof.
Maybe not that. Shipwreck, how's your new iPhone?
It's good. It's just like the 6. I have the 8,
Uh-huh.
and I damaged it immediately.
Perfect.
I went to take out the SIM card tray with a paper clip as instructed, and the paper clip got caught and bent the edge of the tray. So now I just have like part of that tray is just like sticking out the side of my phone.
Perfect.
Why were you trying to take out the SIM card?
Because the SIM card was not in it. I had to install the SIM card.
Oh.
So
I'm assuming the battery life is better than... You had a 6 before?
I had a 6. Yeah, the battery life is better. But they're always better right when you get them.
They don't put the SIM card in for you?
Wombat?
Not if you order it online.
Yeah.
I guess
I had to put the SIM card in.
Only Shipwrecks they didn't put the SIM card in. They knew he was an engineer. They said, this guy could do it himself.
Right.
He won't fuck
I
it."
just, it's like I've
It's like a
haven't had
$5
to do
part.
that.
So I'm just going to wait until there's ones out there that I can buy and replace that part.
Yeah.
Because they make them for all the other versions. They just haven't. I don't think the third-party SIM trays are out yet for the iPhone 8s. But
Got
no,
it.
it's good. It operates the same exact way. The button's a little less clicky. Other than that, it doesn't have a headphone jack, but I haven't really missed the headphone jack. So
All right. I guess I'm gonna wait for the X. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is I'm charging my phone at 9:30 in the morning because that's when the battery dies.
wow. I did
good.
play some of the Super Mario Run update today.
How's that?
It's good. I like more content in that game because I had played it all. So now they have a mode. It's like called like Remix 10 or something like that, where you just quickly play 10 smaller sections of levels, and they each have 3 like coins to get. And you just play 10 of those in succession, and then you get new prizes and everything at the end. And I guess once I get far enough along, I unlock Daisy as a playable character. I like Super Mario Run. It's
Good.
Yeah, I've gotten my $10 out of it. I know.
I was gonna say, is it still $10?
I don't know because I bought it, so
Right.
I like that they're giving me more content. That was unexpected,
Surprise, I guess.
right?
Yeah. Cool. Good. I'm glad. All right, let's do a couple CAGCast questions and go to sleep. AKA play Destiny. At Burgundy's Musk writes in. This is for you, Wombat. Pay attention. I just got
Okay.
Injustice 2 from Best Buy for $24 through the Gamers Club. Are there any
Good.
DLC characters that you think I'm going to have to get?
I mean, I'm a sucker for the actual DC characters. I really do think Starfire is one of the better characters of the game, and I really like Black Manta. But I think I may be biased because I've always been just a fan of Black Manta because he's kind of a goofy character. But Starfire is pretty good. She's kind of unstoppable. She may be too overpowered. I would say maybe wait for there to be a sale on the season pass and just get everybody. But the extra characters are pretty good. I mean, it's Red Hood. Darkseid is pretty cool, but he's not in the season pass. You got Red Hood, Sub-Zero, Starfire, and Black Manta are the 4 that are out now that are in the season pass.
Are there
And I
any of
think
the
Raiden
DC
comes out.
Super Pets available?
Not yet. Well, there's Dexstar, who's a cat, a floating cat that's in the game. So I guess, yes, there is a DC Super Pet in the game. That answers your question.
We have the I don't know, almanac, whatever these things are called, of all of the DC Super Pets, all 200 plus.
There's a lot of them. There's Ace the Bat Hound.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto.
Sure.
Streaky? Streaky is the name of the cat, the super cat?
If you either got that right or very close to it and have thrown me off. But I think Streaky is the orange cat.
Is the orange cat,
Jumpa.
right? And there's a horse.
Jumpa is Wonder Woman's kangaroo.
Well,
you got
me on that one.
You got Joker fish. Joker's fish.
Yes. From the laughing fish.
Yeah. There's 200 of these things. I have a book.
There's the monkey, Beppo the monkey. Is that the monkey's name?
There's a few monkeys. Is it Bappo? I don't know.
Bappo? Is that Superman's monkey? We're not talking about Gleep. For those who are like, well, no, it's Gleek is the name of the monkey. No.
There's this entire universe of all of these super pets.
Two different monkeys, people.
Right.
Bizarro's got his dog.
Really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird. Here's a question from @ASFGur. With all the sports games releasing Ultimate Team modes every year now, is it hurting the actual game for people who don't play Ultimate Team? I think it does. I think that it's a big money maker for these games, and I'm sure they put a lot of resources into that. And if you're not playing that mode, then you're basically, you're missing out on a big chunk of the game, and a lot of time and money has gone into researching that and developing that. And I don't play those modes. And maybe that's why, at least in the I only play hockey basically. The games aren't that much different from year to year. They add like a little something so that they can, put a trailer together and say that there's new stuff in the game. But at the end of the day, at least with hockey, it's pretty much the same game every year. Like this year, they put in the 3 versus 3 arcade thing, but it's certainly not like the NBA Jam of hockey. It's basically just the same freaking game with 3 players on each side. So I don't know. I think yes, it is hurting the actual game for people who don't play. I don't know about like Madden and FIFA. Those games make so much money that they probably do big up. Didn't Madden just put in like a story mode this year? So they're actually making big improvements to the main game as well. But where hockey, where they're not selling, they're not making $1 billion on hockey. That's valuable resources are going into Ultimate Team. All right, I think we reached the end of the show, everybody. Like to remind you to follow us on Twitter @GPD, @NewWombat, @Shipwreck. Of course, you're going to want to follow @VideoGameDeals for a chance to win a Super Nintendo Mini, Classic, whatever it's called. You want it? Don't forget. Of course, you're going to want to go to harrys.com/CAGCast to get your free trial offer. Just cover shipping, and they're going to send you a free trial set. harrys.com/CAGCast. And I think that's it. We'll see you next week.
Bread's done.
There's Dad over there.
Ooh, I just love all the new things Kmart has here.
Oh, I can see that.
So that's the new Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
What about it?
They say it has 16-bit technology, whatever that means.
Oh, I see. What else do they say?
That it has 3D graphics and digital stereo sound, and that Super Mario World is included.
Okay, we'll get it for him. So, how long did he work on you?
About 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. About 2 weeks.